Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming a drugstore haul for you guys, and I have two places that I shopped online. I shopped at Beauty Joint and iKateHouse, and I will put the links to everything down below that I got, but Beauty Joint had a bunch of things that I wanted and I wasn't able to find in Canada. I have trouble finding certain Wet n Wild, NYX, and Milani, and I therefore ordered from there. And then iKateHouse had really cheap eyelashes on sale, 20% off, plus their products are a lot cheaper on there if you can find what you're looking for. First thing that I'm going to start off with is what I got from iKateHouse, and it's just like a ton of lashes, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. Things that weren't lashes I'll just get to right away. If you guys have been watching my videos lately, I have been using the NYX felt tip liner, and people were asking me if it's the skinny version, and it is not. And it is in extreme black. I think I put it was in jet black before, but it's extreme black, and it's just the regular felt tip liner, and I absolutely love this. Right now this is my holy grail lining product. I love this. And then I decided to pick up a brow gel so that I'm not using my Anastasia one all the time, which is really expensive. So I went with the Ardell, and I have tried the Maybelline before, but I decided to go with the Ardell one this time. And it's just your typical clear brow gel, and I used it today, so I'm gonna let you guys know how I like it. Then I picked up another jumbo eye pencil by NYX, and this one is in French fries. I have used this in a tutorial. I will link that down below, and I use that on my waterline, and I believe I put it on my lid as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I really like the jumbo pencils. And then I picked up two just detail nail art polishes, just in white and black, because I wanted to get kind of more creative with my nails since they have been growing since I've been pregnant, which is nice. Prenatal vitamins work wonders, let me tell you. For my eyelashes, I picked up a ton. So you can find this Kiss brand at Walmart in Canada, but I'm wearing one set now so you can't see them. They're the Juicy Volume 2. And they're on my eyes right now, and I have used those in a previous tutorial and a tutorial coming up. I really like those. And then I picked up Paparazzi 2, which look like this. And then I picked up Paparazzi 1, which is really spiky, and I haven't really used anything like this before, but I wanted to give these a try. For Ardell, I picked up their natural wispies. I've used these a ton, so you've probably seen me use these before. And then these, I have like 100 backups of these, I swear. Well, not that many, but I picked up the 120 Demis, which I really like because they taper out and are a bit thicker at the end, like these ones by Kiss. But these Kiss ones I really like because they have even more lash at the end, giving just an exaggerated cat eye outer corner. So I'm really liking those. I ended up getting one red cherry set of lashes, the number 74, and these are just really crazy, so I think I might use these for a Halloween tutorial. And then I picked up a ton of the Cherry Blossom lashes, and I haven't tried this brand before. My husband's just installing new doors in our house. I've tried this number from IMATS at Nigel's Beauty Emporium, and I decided to pick up a bunch of these again. They're the number 747M, and I'm pretty sure they're exact same as whatever brand the Nigel's were. And they're the Cherry Blossom. They're black, and I bought 5 of the same ones. They're all the same, but I like cutting these in half and using them as accent lashes. So they're just really great for outer corner. And then I picked up one pair of the Cherry Blossom number 415s, and they're just really wispy, kind of like the Ardell wispies. So I'm excited to give those a try. And then I only picked up a few things from Beauty Joint, but they're things I've been wanting for a while. I've been stalking the Cherry Culture site, but they wouldn't get the Milani Baked Blush I wanted in stock. And people said you can find Milani at Zayre's in Canada. I've checked, and I can't find it there. So this is Milani Luminoso, and you've probably heard a billion kajillion people talk about this, but I'm wearing it today, and I have trouble using drugstore powder products. So that's why you don't see me using a lot of drugstore makeup. I can use foundation, but when it comes to bronzer, blush, and like highlighting. I have such sensitive skin, and a lot of times, not all, but a lot of times drugstore makeup uses high concentrations of talc and mica, which really irritates my skin, and I have sensitive skin. So I was worried that this blush wouldn't work for me and it would irritate my skin because it is a mineralized blush, I believe. And I haven't looked at the ingredients, but maybe it does have a lot of that product in it, but it's not irritating my skin. So I'm really interested in trying more from this brand just because I have such a hard time finding any powder product from the drugstore that doesn't bother my skin. This is just a beautiful peachy corally shade, more peach than anything, and it just gives a beautiful glow to the cheeks. I do have a little bit of bronzer on with this, but just a tiny bit of this, and you don't really need a highlight with this either because it gives you just a beautiful glow. So I'm glad that I got this and it works for my skin. And then you guys have been wanting me to do more drugstore makeup tutorials, so I decided to pick up an eyeshadow palette by Wet n Wild, and I really wanted the Vanity, but they only had the Greed in stock. And these are discontinued at the stores, I believe, but I couldn't find these in Canada anyways. And the Greed palette has a bunch of really nice matte shades, so that's why I wanted them, because I don't have really that many drugstore matte. There is some kind of bug on my window right now that freaked the out of me. Like, it is gigantic. I wore this today. I did a look with these 4 shades. I used mostly the matte ones, and then I did use the shimmery one, and I really like how it turned out. I do love Wet n Wild eyeshadows, I just don't use them enough, but I do have a bunch of palettes that I think I'm gonna break out and do more looks for you guys. And then I'm trying out a drugstore concealer. This is the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer, and I heard so many good things about this concealer that I wanted to pick it up and give it a try. And I went for the shade Light, which is CW03, and it is really light. Like, I know people use lighter shades for themselves for brightening, and usually mine is probably only like 1 shade lighter than my skin tone because I'm not super crazy about that extreme brightening effect under the eye, but this is so light, so I'm not used to it. It looks good, like I'm wearing it today, but I had to put a little bit of something on top just to make me feel more comfortable with it. But it's high definition, mineral enriched, talc free, and paraben free. So I'm really liking this right now, and I have tried it a time before this, and it set really well underneath my eyes, so I'm really liking this for a drugstore concealer. The last things I picked up were a bunch of lip products from NYX, and I picked up one of the soft matte lip creams in Buenos Aires. I think that's how you pronounce it. I was saying Aries before, but I looked up the translation. I still couldn't pronounce it really, so that's that right there, and I will show you swatches up close, but it's just a really beautiful vibrant peach shade. And finally, I jumped on the NYX Butter Gloss bandwagon, and I was able to pick up some of these from Beauty Joint. And I ended up picking up the shades Maple Blondie, Creme Brulee, Apple Strudel, and Eclair upon recommendation from you guys who answered my question on Facebook which ones I should get, and these ones were the most talked about, so I decided to pick up these 4 shades, and if I really like them, I might go out and get some more. But first is Maple Blondie, and I am wearing this on my lips today. And like everyone says, they smell really, really good. They're really creamy on the lips, and they last a decent amount of time. They actually remind me a lot of the formula of the MAC Cream Sheen glasses, which I'm obsessed with, so I'm loving these for drugstore lip gloss. Probably my favorite that I have tried thus far. And Maple Blondie Mid-Tone Pink, and it looks like that. It's right on top of the matte one. And then Eclair is just a really nice bubblegummy pink, which has a bit of a lavender purple undertone, I find, and it's right up there. Then Apple Strudel reminds me a bit of the matte lip cream, but with more pink in it, so a nice peachy pink shade. Finally, Eclair is just a really nice nude, and that's at the bottom. So that's all the drugstore makeup that I picked up from Beauty Joint and iKateHouse. I will have the links down below, as I said, and I'm excited to do more drugstore makeup tutorials for you guys. So as I said, I did do this entire face using drugstore makeup, a lot of which that I have recently purchased. So if you want to see that, then check out that video, which was probably up previous to this, but I'm not making any promises because I have no idea of my video schedule, and I do want to get up more Halloween videos. So like this video if you liked it and want to see more hauls, if you like drugstore makeup and want me to do more with drugstore makeup, and I will see you guys in my next video.